gentlemen, introducing your host from the birthplace of extreme, Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, weighing in at, well, an average weight for a person of his size, Shondell Wilbur. And ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another episode of the Bury the Booking podcast, wrestling podcast. We are coming to you for another week that was in professional wrestling. I am Dell. I am joined as always by my tag team partner, Devin. Devin, what is up, man?
Good week this one.
Yeah, it was a very good week. Interesting week. We had the infamous head-to-head on Tuesday night between NXT and AEW that we will get into. We had a couple of returns this week, riddled with returns, I should say. And let's just get right into it. We're going to start from the top of the list on Monday Night Raw that took place on October 9th. And Monday Night Raw, how did you feel about Raw?
I liked Raw. Excuse me. There's a lot of interesting things that popped off. A couple matches that were great, in my opinion.
Right.
A lot of good things happening.
Raw was a decent show. Raw had a lot of moving parts to it. So Monday Night Raw, we started with Seth Rollins. Show opened with Seth. Seth still selling the whole back thing, saying his back isn't in good shape still, and he kind of did a little slight tease that like he might have been like taking some time off, or that he was like injured and had to like relinquish because like he held on that for a little bit, and the crowd's looking around like, like does Seth go away right now? And then of course that tease quickly went away, and he said he's just getting started. But the funny thing that I thought was funny, he said that he wanted one night where he wasn't fighting for his life, and the crowd kind of booed a little bit. Like, he wanted the night off. I'm like, damn, y'all can't give him... He's been killing himself.
Especially after that Shinsuke Jung. Like, he need a rest, man. You gotta...
He's been getting his ass beat for weeks.
And it still happened.
Yeah, it didn't stop here. But yeah, so... He did say he was still going to be his the fighting champion. He's still going to, go out there and do what he needs to do to elevate the title. Out comes Drew McIntyre. And Drew McIntyre comes out and says pretty much he wants a crack at the title. He wants a title shot against Seth Rollins, and we have the Crown Jewel PLE coming up from the Saudi Arabia show, Crown Jewel. So looks like we're gonna get that match between Rollins and McIntyre for the World's Heavyweight Championship. But just after that, as you said, Seth Rollins gets attacked again by this time Damian Priest. Damian Priest. So you're not a Damian Priest fan?
No. I don't like how he did it. Like,
well, he had plans on cashing in. Yeah, so Damian Priest lays out Seth Rollins. He motions for Dominic Mysterio to come out. Dominic Mysterio's coming out carrying the briefcase. Drew McIntyre's still on his way to the back. Drew kind of stops him. Is like, yeah, we're not doing this. Dominic's like, oh, he's trying to cash in, and then he eats a Glasgow kiss, and Drew just chucks the briefcase up the ramp.
And nobody got it.
So, yeah, that didn't happen. So, Damian Priest's cash-in attempt failed there. But,
see, he's working. Like, he needs something.
Yeah.
He needs something, and this ain't it for him.
Yeah, well, I mean, yeah.
Because check this out. Crown Jewel, whoever wins that fight, you know Damien's going to cash in.
It's a very good possibility.
Yeah.
Very, very good possibility. Maybe Seth beats Drew in this instance, and Drew is that competitor that kind of took Seth to his limit, where he doesn't have anything left. He had just enough to beat Drew McIntyre, but he can't do nothing else. And then Damian Priest might cash in Saudi. That might happen.
Yeah.
That would be interesting. And then Judgment Day will probably turn on him after it was the title. I don't know, but it's coming. It's coming. The Damian Priest stuff with Judgment Day is, just week after week. It's they make strides to still keep themselves together as a team, but all the while it's
wobbly.
There's always a disconnect. Moving on, we had the Viking Rules match between Ivar and Kofi Kingston, and anytime they have a rules match or a gimmick match, as it were, it's just a hardcore match. And it's just like themed items, so it was just a hardcore match with Viking shit.
This was good. I enjoyed this. Like, I don't really mess with the Kofi dude, Kofi.
Okay,
but
not a Kofi fan, not a New Day fan. Well, you don't know too much about.
I don't know too much. Yeah, they just kind of came back. I'm not against them,
right?
But I'm a root for the big man.
And
I'm a root for big man to big man. I'm a root for the big man. And when Ivar hit that moonsault, that's 300 pounds of man on top of you.
Oh, yeah. So
I'd have paid to watch this fight. I would have paid for that.
And Ivar impressing. Ivar getting a pin, getting the win over Kofi, former WWE champion Kofi Kingston. Yeah. So Ivar wins this Viking Rules match, and that was it's good to see them continuing Ivar with the singles push when Eric's out, because you never know sometimes with a tag team, especially a tag team that's so like enriched. Like, it's not just two single stars they put together. It's like they're a tag team package. So sometimes when there's a tag team package, an injury will take both wrestlers out. Like, you just got to sit on the shelf until your partner's ready to go, and then you guys can come back as a tag team. They're not doing this here, and it's working wonders for Ivar.
Ivar also got that wild, crazy lady with him.
Yeah, so Valhalla, who's actually the wife of Eric, the one that's injured. So, but yeah, I mean, it's keep the act going. I mean, they were gaining steam, and they're a staple on Raw. So if you can keep the act going,
keep it going. Yeah, I agree. I do agree with that.
Yeah. So after which you had in the back, we seen Damian Priest choking up JD McDonough, pretty much. And again, it's this whole, JD and Damian Priest. Damian Priest doesn't like JD McDonough at all. But, he's pretty much blaming him for everything. And backstage, we get that Rhea Ripley has politicked and got Finn and Damian a rematch for the tag team championships. That I believe that'll take place on
Monday,
next week's Raw. So as we record on our Sunday, Raw takes place tomorrow. So we'll be talking about that title match on our next episode. Here's where a segment for you. You definitely like the women's division here in WWE.
I do.
And we got Raquel Rodriguez versus Nia Jax.
That's a good one.
Yeah, that was.
And when Rhea came out, she dropped her like a tree.
Yeah.
Rhea dropped Jax like a tree. You saw she fell. She went stiff and knocked over. Then, Rodriguez trying to get back into it, and Rhea headbutted the shit out of her.
Yeah, because she ruined her match. Again, like Raquel Rodriguez cannot have a match, apparently, that doesn't get have some shit going on in it.
Then Shayna come running in. What the fuck are you doing, lady? You got these monsters of women coming in here, and your tiny little self trying to get between two barking dogs. She kept your ass.
Shayna was the last woman standing here, though. Laid down Rhea Ripley. So she's keeping her baddest woman, moniker going on now that she's. And they're still saying it. I mean, you need to, just shout it from the rooftops that she's the one that ran Ronda Rousey out of WWE.
That's not that big of an accomplishment, though.
It's not, but, that's
all you got for her.
Yeah. It keeps her, it gives her something. But, there's clearly going to be, I'm thinking it's probably going to be a fatal 4-way, which would be fantastic if it was a fatal 4-way between, Rhea, Nia, Shayna, and Raquel. So we'll see how that plays. We do know that Shayna Baszler, stemming from later on in the night, that Shayna Baszler and Rhea Ripley are going to have a match on next week's Raw. So we'll see, which is they're touted as the season premiere of Monday Night Raw.
Mm-hmm.
So they're gonna, to their effect, they're gonna load that show up. Next up, we got Jey Uso and Cody Rhodes coming out for the tag team promo, where Michael Cole was little bitey at Cody, wasn't he? Like what happened, Michael? I get journalism, but he was. You failed to do this. Are you scared to? I'm like, damn, yo, I think there's a better way to ask these questions. But he was asking Cody pretty much is he content now with being half of the tag team champions with Jay and not finishing the story with going after the championship since he failed to beat Roman Reigns and, he came this close to winning the title just like his dad. I'm like, yo.
I feel as though Cody was supposed to attack him.
If he had said 2 more things, I wouldn't have been mad if he had just yo, what the
what's that spinning move he got?
Oh, the Crossroads?
Yeah, the Crossroads.
Just put him in one of them.
Yeah, why not?
Yeah, screw it, why not? But this turns into Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens coming out. And Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens came out and pretty much it was kind of funny because when they came out, I'm pretty sure they hit Sami Zayn's wrong music. He hasn't used that music in a while because he made a mention to it when he got in the ring. He was like, "Oh, I haven't heard that one in a while, but I guess it's okay." I'm like, yeah, that was the conspiracy. So Sami Zayn used to have this conspiracy theorist gimmick. He everything was everybody was against him, and he was just this, quack,
paranoid.
Yeah, and that was the theme he would use for that. So I'm pretty sure that's not his theme right now. But
somebody hit the wrong button.
Yeah. But so. Pretty much Sammy and KO come out and they say they want to crack at the tag team titles, and Cody and Jay they accepted and they said, why wait? Let's do it tonight. So we get a main event match set. It's going to be Cody Rhodes and Jey Uso defending the tag team titles against Kevin and Sammy. So that will be our main event set for later on in the night on Monday Night Raw. We also had, before the triple threat match, we had Shinsuke and Ricochet. Shinsuke and Ricochet got into it earlier on in the night too, with Shinsuke backstage.
Yeah, Shinsuke, Ricochet attacked him.
Yeah, and then Shinsuke gave him his receipt.
Yeah, he attacked him.
So, hey, look, I'm okay with this. It gives, I like this rivalry. I like this Shinsuke and Ricochet rivalry. It gives Ricochet more of, I guess you could say, high profile rivalry just keep Ricochet on TV. Like he's,
But Nakamura, look what he did to Seth. How he tormented Seth.
Yeah.
They ain't gonna torment Ricochet. I'm for it. I don't like Ricochet. I don't like you.
For those who are just listening to our podcast, Devin does not like Ricochet. Ricochet is too good. He's too much
Way
of a baby
too wholesome.
face. Yeah, he's too wholesome, and he doesn't like it.
No. So Nakamura, this is perfect. Torture the shit out of him, please. Just random. Why he in the bathroom? Why he eating a sandwich? Just hit him with something.
Just hit him with something. Maybe this will bring something out of Ricochet. We never know. Maybe this will lead to some type of match or some type of stipulated match that will bring something out of him.
I need to see a TLC match with him.
Oh yeah. Ricochet is he does amazing things with in the ring and with other tools at play. But so he gets attacked before the triple threat match. It was he, Chad Gable, and Bronson Reed in the match, which would determine who would get a Intercontinental Championship match against Gunther. Surprise here. Bronson Reed, who's been racking up some wins over Chad Gable and Otis, and he gets the win here. So it's going to be Bronson Reed versus Gunther for the Intercontinental Championship.
Gunther's going to win.
Yeah, it's going to be. It should be a hard hitting one.
See, I think it's going to play. Reed and Gunther going to get the W. Chad is going to get another chance and actually going to pull away with the W.
Okay.
I think they're going to give it to Chad, but I think they're going to build up.
They are stretching this thing though with Chad Gable.
Yeah, he's going to be the underdog. He's going to be the underdog to beat Gunther.
Yeah, I mean, because he ain't been winning too much of nothing lately.
No.
So it's like
he is back down to Diet Kurt Angle. You will not be Chad Gable. I mean, Chad, whatever your name is. You're Diet Kurt Angle.
He's Diet Angle.
He got demoted. He was doing great.
Yeah.
Then
took that loss to Bronson and then went back to Diet Angle.
Yeah.
So so that match will be actually for the season premiere of Raw for the Intercontinental Championship match
tomorrow.
So we will definitely have the info and the results on that on our next episode. We also got Becky Lynch was in the back, and that was a surprising face that we haven't seen in a while. Xia Li came up, and Xia Li wants a shot at the NXT Championship. So, okay,
yeah,
sure, why not? It's just put women on TV. I'm okay with this. This led to we had Drew McIntyre versus JD McDonough. Nothing much to really write home about here. Drew McIntyre beat JD McDonough like we knew he would.
Yeah.
No surprise there.
None.
We also had a DIY. They had the backstage interview. Tommaso Ciampa and Johnny Gargano about them getting back as a tag team because neither one of them were really doing much of anything. They get attacked by Imperium. Pretty
I like Imperium.
Yeah.
I do. Like the guy, like when he cut the video. Is this the one where he had the video where they showing him in a?
You talking about Ludwig Kaiser when he had the suit on and all?
Yes.
That was amazing.
An awesome Bond villain. You straight Bond villain. Like.
Yeah, man. Yeah. I'm liking that.
He reminds me of the villains from like 90s action movies.
Okay.
Like your Die Hards and stuff like that. Like I can see you being that guy.
Yeah.
And I enjoy that.
Yeah, he's like, he's like Gunther's mouthpiece, and he's like that. He's that guy, that constant dude in Imperium that's like, of course, Gunther's the leader, but it's that guy who's...
Yeah.
Yeah. But, so yeah, I'm pretty sure we're going to get a great match out of that. They're obviously leading to a tag team match between Giovanni Vinci and Ludwig Kaiser versus DIY. So that's going to be good.
Yeah.
I'm excited to see DIY back in the ring. Back in NXT's heyday, like when it was like black and gold brand, like when NXT was like the show to watch, DIY was doing great work. Like some of the best tag team matches like you'd see in years. Like just absolutely fantastic. So we'll get more of that. Speaking of fantastic matches, I actually really like this match for the NXT Women's Championship between Tegan Nox and Becky Lynch. This was a pretty good match. Of course, Tegan Nox is not beating Becky Lynch on Monday Night Raw for this, but I liked it. It gave Tegan some time. She had a lot of time to in the ring with Becky, so they're clearly giving her a shot, giving her some opportunity here, and I think she did very well in this matchup. Backstage, we had the women's segment with that led to Piper Niven and Natalya for next week. We had Chelsea Green and Piper back there, and Natalya and Tegan Nox look like they're friendly, possibly going to team.
Yeah.
You had Katana Chance and Kaden Carter back there as well, so we're leading to probably a multi-women thing. I don't know, but we'll see how that goes. Chelsea Green and Piper Niven are still the women's tag team champions, so I guess look for something down the pike with that one. We also had a little confrontation prior to our main event between Jey Uso and Drew McIntyre. And Sami Zayn kind of broke that up, but Drew clearly is not a fan of Jey Uso at all.
I don't think he's a fan of much of anybody.
Yeah, this new type of guy passive, slightly passive, bitter Drew McIntyre is,
He first off, Drew. Besides the fact that he walks around with a sword, that's dumb as hell. He looks like the type of guy to eat cereal with water. Like, that's what I get from him. Like, you look like that type of dude. So, and I like Drew. Yes, he got some things that I don't like about him.
Okay, but you do like him as a whole.
But I do like Drew.
Okay.
I do like him. Just need a hug or something. You so wound up tight.
Hey, look, man, he needs a big win. He's been chasing after, getting back to the glory days, getting back to becoming champion once again. So,
and I can see him being that champion.
Yeah, like Drew, just when he had the title, he had it during the COVID era. So he had it. There was when they had the Thunderdome, when it was just fans on screens.
Yeah.
No crowd reaction. He won the title. There was no one there. So he's.
That's why he butthurt.
Yeah, a little bitter. I get it.
Yeah, I do. I do get it.
I get it.
I get it.
How did you like the tag team main event? It was Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens versus Jay and Cody.
It was enjoyable. I like it. I like Cody Rhodes. The Uso, he better than Jimmy, but I fucking hate Jimmy.
we're going to talk about some Jimmy later.
Sammy and KO, great.
Yeah.
No complaints about them. No, nothing at all. Like I knew who was going to win when they got in the ring.
Yeah.
Like it was a good event for the end of the show. Real good.
Nothing crazy. Nothing, just a match. A good match, and Jay and Cody retain here. So, and nothing crazy happened. They, shook hands and
that was it.
So very uneventful, ending. It wasn't, like it was an attack or crazy run-ins or a pull apart or anything like that. So that was Monday Night Raw. Like I said, a lot of moving parts on Raw. A lot of things, to set up for this upcoming week's Raw. This being the season premiere for Monday Night Raw, which will take place tomorrow. That we will get into. So that was Monday. Tuesday was the day that everyone was talking about. Tuesday was the day everybody was excited for. Tuesday was the day that the fanboys from either side was like, oh, fuck NXT, or if you're, in fuck AEW. And, this was the head-to-head.
From my standpoint, no, I can't remember last time I seen an NXT show. Like, no recollection. I enjoy NXT better than I like Dynamite.
Okay.
I did.
Right. That's fair. I was, I was going to ask. So okay. All right. So before we get into the head-to-head here, earlier on in the day, it was announced that the first half hour of NXT would be commercial free, and then AEW was like, oh, well, we'll have a commercial free first half hour, and it was a couple back and forth shit, just clear. This whole head-to-head thing, we're digging into this. And then a half hour before Dynamite went on, they announced, well, not a half hour, but earlier on in the day, they said before Dynamite, they would actually have a buy-in so that they would be technically on before NXT. And like if you like through Facebook and their Twitter X page or whatever, it would be Eddie Kingston and Minoru Suzuki. And I'm like, okay, we're just throwing wrestling out. And, it's like it's gonna be an overrun, and the competition, right? But for me, I watched AEW. So, like, I chose AEW to watch, and I was like, I'll watch NXT afterwards. So, I watched AEW live. So, I was one of the people who gave them their losing ratings. What were the ratings for?
Okay.
For that?
So, it was recorded that NXT pulled in 921,000 viewers on Tuesday night.
Okay.
With 396,000 in the key adult demographics between 18 and 49. Dynamite, 609,000 with 346,000 in that same demographics. Now, NXT's ratings were up 7.5% compared to last week's show.
Of course.
So NXT kicking out big numbers. They'll never see these numbers again.
No. And it was a no-brainer here that NXT was going to win this.
Yeah.
And so we'll just talk about NXT. It's completely asinine show that NXT put together. Like, just
so entertaining.
Just completely asinine.
So stupid.
Like, yeah, it was just like this. Like, of course you're going to win the ratings. Like, be at the fucking Undertaker on NXT.
Yes.
Like,
first off, you bring out Cody Rhodes immediately.
Immediately. Show starts. Cody Rhodes.
That's it.
Cody
and
Rhodes.
then you make him the special guest general manager.
Come on. Like, and then they add so Cody comes out, like you said, he's the special guest general manager. We start the show hot. Cody Rhodes. And he announces the men's breakout tournament. And which, I like that they're currently doing the women's breakout tournament. So it's, people the newer talent tournament. And then he announces the Dusty Cup, which is the tag team
classic.
Tag team Dusty Classic. People love the tag team Dusty Classic. Why not? Dust those things back off. Have Cody Rhodes announce these two things that people want to see. Cody's out there saying yeet.
Yeah.
Like, Cody is interrupted by Ilya Dragunov, who's the NXT champion, current NXT champion, and Dominic Mysterio comes out because
Why not? With Rhea.
Why not?
Yeah.
Why not? Judgment Day is, on everything, and Dominic Mysterio, who is just that guy. Like, Dominic Mysterio is here to ruin moments. Like, that's his gimmick.
Yeah.
He's like, Dominic Mysterio would show up just to F up a good time. So, he comes out, he gets into it with both of them, and there's a match signed between Dominic and Dragunov for later on in the night. But Cody Rhodes, our general manager on NXT. First of all, Cody Rhodes is in NXT. I'm just going to keep saying this over and over again.
Yes.
So that we know why NXT obliterated AEW here on Tuesday night. Something completely not announced, though. Cody announced that there was going to be a special guest referee for that match. And it wasn't
I'm not going to
Cody.
say it. I'm not going to say it this episode. I'm not.
Oh, wow. Okay.
I'm not going to say it.
So, completely
Fuck LA Knight.
unadvertised.
I'm sorry. It's like an itch.
You got to scratch it. Yes. So, it is your favorite wrestler, Devin. LA Knight. So, completely unadvertised for the show, but they just threw him in because why not? We got a show there with Cody Rhodes. We got a show that's going to have Paul Heyman. We got a show that's going to have John Cena, The Undertaker on NXT. Why not throw LA Knight in there, as Cody Rhodes said, was he said the hottest wrestler in WWE, or hottest person in WWE. Something like to that effect, he said. So, why not? Another name here, we had Roxanne Perez versus Asuka, who was on NXT.
What was going on after that match?
Oh, with Shotzi?
First off, I didn't know who Roxanne was.
Okay, so yeah, Roxanne she's former NXT Women's Champion. She's great. Roxanne, I see her. Once they put her on the main roster, I can see her doing some things on the main roster. That good, wholesome babyface. I mean, she didn't beat Asuka, but I can, and then like you said, the whole thing with Shotzi.
I actually wrote that on a note. I like what the fuck was going on after this match. Like, I played it back. I'm like,
so Roxanne's having some issues, and then Shotzi comes out and helps.
Oh my goodness!
Yeah, it's a little crazy. We also had the Pub Rules match, which, much like the Viking Rules match, was just a hardcore match with themed shit in it. It was the Brawling Brutes and Tyler Bate versus Gallus. This match was okay. It was what it was. I didn't hate it. It was.
Yeah, I didn't either.
Yeah, people got thrown through stuff. People got hit with stuff. It was fine. It was a 6-man. It was a 6-man hardcore match. So
always good for me. I hadn't. Even though I was looking, I'm like, I don't know most of y'all. Yeah. But I was entertained.
Yeah, like you knew who Butch and and Rich Holland, from watching SmackDown. So, but Tyler Bate's awesome too. I do enjoy Tyler Bate. After that, we got Lyra Valkyria and Tegan Knox segment in the back. Tegan was a little spicy this one. Yeah, because I was taken aback. I'm like, oh, Tegan's usually so sweet. Like, she was like straight up, you're gonna have to have your title match wait, because I was supposed to beat Becky, and I'm gonna go ahead and do that again. Like, wait, what? But Lyra's like, no, like, you can't just. I've been waiting for this match. And Tegan had a little look at her, like she might. I don't know. Is there something there? Like,
shit.
Like, does she like next week is Lyra going to like suddenly be like injured backstage and nobody knows what happened to her, and then it's like Tegan Knox like Tanya Hart into her or some shit, and then
I was thinking like, does she have it in her? That'd be a nice twist though.
Yeah.
Just have her come around the corner.
She's been stabbed in the back before, so maybe it's her time to. Maybe it's her time to do something.
Catch somebody.
Yeah. Pay it forward. I don't know. Next up, we had John Cena. We're still talking about NXT here.
Yeah.
We had John Cena promo with Braun Breaker, who was crazy tanned.
You know who the hell that was?
Oh yeah, Braun Breaker. Yeah, so you remember the Steiner brothers, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So that's Rick Steiner's kid and Big Papa Pump Scott Steiner's nephew.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. He looks just like Rick Steiner and he talks like Scott Steiner. So
I didn't even put two and two together. Okay.
Yeah. But him and John Cena got into a little thing. John Cena was about ready to give him the attitude adjustment. He bailed out. And
yeah, that's a Punk move. Don't run. Just take it.
They'll be involved in the match later on in the night when Paul Heyman and John Cena get involved with Carmelo Hayes and Braun Breaker's matchup. We then had Dominic Mysterio and Ilya Dragunov, and I mean, of course, Dragunov wins this. LA Knight out there in NXT.
Yes.
I mean, he was in NXT before, but like now he's freaking superstar. So
there's a lot going on.
Yes, on NXT. You know when there's never anything going on, really? Every other week in NXT.
Let me say something about the crowd real quick. The NXT crowd. I like the way the stadium set, the ring.
Yes, it's a very nice. Yeah, it's a very nice setting. It is.
Did you notice all the old ladies in the crowd?
Yeah, I didn't.
A lot of older ladies.
A
lot. Like every time I'm seeing a camera, I'm like, everybody likes wrestling. No age discrimination. Right. There was a lot of older women.
There you go.
What was it in Florida?
Yes.
That's probably why.
Yeah. There's that
tons.
There's that demo.
Yeah.
there's your NXT demo right there.
And I was just looking. I'm like, older women, short, a little weight on them, short hair, all throughout the crowd.
Dang.
All throughout the crowd. I'm just like, damn, it's a lot of old ladies here.
Yeah.
They love them some wrestling.
Hey, look. Then Baron Corbin came out. He was trying to get the dragon off. Donovan Dijak came out and got to him first, apparently.
Mm-hmm.
So maybe a situation where those two fight for a shot at Dragunov. Maybe, who knows? We'll see. As NXT presses on, we then got a little clip of someone recording Paul Heyman talking to Ava Raine in the back, trying to recruit her into the bloodline. I mean, it is The Rock's daughter, so...
Yeah. Still talking on that phone wrong.
Yeah, he is.
Oh my God.
Somebody should tell him.
At this point, I think it's just part of him now.
He can't stop.
If he change it, it would just mess everything up.
If he starts talking on the phone the right way. Yeah.
Like, what is he doing? It's not how you use a phone.
You yell into the ear hole.
Yeah.
That's what you do. We had a Jade Cargill sighting on NXT. Met with Shawn Michaels, making the rounds. Just showing her face, letting everyone know that, hey, Jade's a part of WWE. So,
wait, that was Shawn Michaels?
Yeah, that was Shawn Michaels, dude.
Ooh.
Years haven't been kind to the Heartbreak Kid. Yeah, it's Shawn.
Oh my God. I feel bad now. Like, I didn't even... Shit.
Yeah.
I'm gonna just move on from this one.
Yeah. just gonna move on. Let's see, what else did we have of merit here? The Brian Pillman Jr. promo.
Yeah.
And he was looking at old clips of Brian Pillman. I used to love Brian Pillman. Brian Pillman was awesome. But not to Brian Pillman Jr. because he said he didn't know him. He lost him when he was 4, and he didn't want to follow in those footsteps. But
get over it.
Got pulled back into wrestling. So
yeah, come on. Get over it.
I'm excited to see what happens, though. With him. I do like Brian Pillman Jr. He was I really feel like AEW could have capitalized on something with him because he was in AEW before, but he was a part of tag team. It was the Varsity Blondes with Griff Garrison, who was recently murdered by Wardlow. So, I mean, here in this setting, in the WWE scheme of things, I'm interested. I'm actually interested. He said he's not going to carry on the Brian Pillman Jr. name. He said he's nobody's junior. He said he's going to take the name of the person who raised him, which was like his stepfather, and his last name was King. So there's that. So
Cry me a river.
It's a whole, so WWE can own that name. That's all.
I don't need all those feelings and emotions.
Now, if we'll see where it goes. Like, we'll see what he does. Now, if he says all this and then starts acting like Brian Pillman, it's like, dude, come on.
Yeah.
Like, don't do that. I kind of wanted to, but you can't do that now. Then we had our main event was Carmelo Hayes defeating Braun Breaker here. We knew this was going to happen. It was top loaded. Yeah. John Cena, Paul Heyman. After the match, Braun Breaker attacks Carmelo Hayes, said he's the biggest badass around. That was clear and obvious what was going to happen. And then, once you drop that badass, lights go out, the American badass, The Undertaker shows up in NXT. We're still talking about NXT. People.
Still NXT.
We're still talking about NXT. Undertaker shows up, pretty much lays out Braun Breaker, says he'll be something one day, but not right now. And he gives a little endorsement to Carmelo Hayes as that rolls out.
Yeah.
So, I mean, the NXT show was asinine. You had LA Knight, Cody Rhodes, Paul Heyman, John Cena, The Undertaker. Like, dude, it was NXT.
You had the whole lineup. You had the whole squad.
On NXT. No,
all
no
they needed,
shit, they're gonna win the ratings war here.
all they needed was Stone Cold to come out.
That's it.
And it would have been the greatest wrestling
of all time.
All week.
The
yes,
greatest 2 hours in the history of professional wrestling.
That's it. Wait, it's NXT's 2 hours? Oh, I don't watch it with commercials or nothing.
Yeah. You got it. Yeah, you got it good.
Yeah, I don't see no commercials.
You got it good. So on the AEW side of things, I watched this one, like I said, because I was interested in the matches here. So I was like, I'm going to watch NXT, but it's completely ridiculous. Like this isn't a regular episode of NXT. This is ridiculous. AEW is a regular episode of AEW. So,
but was it?
It was titled. Well, no, it is, because AEW does have a They do have a track record of putting on big matches on their actual TV show. It's like, why wouldn't you like charge for this type of card? Sometimes they do that.
Okay.
But here we had first half hours commercial free, as said by Christian Cage, who started the show.
Mm-hmm.
We had Bryan Danielson and Swerve for the opener here. That match, damn. That was a good match. I mean,
yeah.
Swerve needs more. Like every week, I need Swerve every week. Like him and Danielson was a great match. Hangman got involved towards the ends of it, and Danielson gets the win. Danielson earned himself a TNT Championship match against Christian. Then we got a cool ass looking Samoa Joe. I'm a fan of smooth Samoa Joe. I was like, damn, all right.
I like Samoa Joe. Yeah. I like him a lot.
He looks like he's wants another crack at MJF as well. So there's that.
He's not gonna win.
Yeah, but
I'm gonna enjoy myself watching it.
Yeah. And then, we'll see what happens with the whole Adam Cole thing. You're gonna need people to stretch this thing out anyway, so throwing Joe back into the fold if and when that happens, kills some time, I guess.
Yeah.
Then a match that I was completely okay with, which was Powerhouse Hobbs destroying Chris Jericho.
Yes,
I was about that. Because like, Powerhouse Hobbs is a dude that you could do a lot of things with, and a name like Chris Jericho getting completely dominated and beaten clean, like no shenanigans, no nothing. Like Powerhouse Hobbs went in there and just beat Chris Jericho's ass and beat him.
I think Jericho's out.
Think so?
He's out. I think he's out.
I'm
not more GM type managing stuff. He can't get back in the ring no more.
If he does more things like this, I'm okay with it. Like Chris Jericho is a name, and you give Powerhouse Hobbs a win over Chris Jericho, like that helps. That helps a big deal. Like, you can say, look, Powerhouse Hobbs is a monster. He came right in and like just ran over Chris Jericho.
Yeah.
So we'll see, man. And we go back to Roddy's house. It's another segment with Roderick Strong, Adam Cole, and the Kingdom here.
Jesus.
First of all, can I ask you a question? How long should you put surgery off?
Depending on what the surgery is. Reconstructive, repairing backbone, stuff like that. Not long at all.
Okay, so why is Adam Cole still chilling at Roderick Strong's house and he's like, I keep putting this surgery off? What are we doing?
No, because you're putting off the surgery is making it worse.
Yeah, I'm like, pretty sure this doesn't make sense here.
No. I stopped thinking about making it sense. I don't want it to make sense anymore. Just keep it going.
I'm just like, why are you still there?
He should have been in surgery like the next day after that.
Right? I'm like, nobody's concerned for his well-being. Like, he's just been at Roddy's house for like a few weeks,
chilling.
Britt Baker doesn't know where he is. Like, just like what's happening here?
Nobody's calling. Nobody's calling.
Cell service is bad at Roddy's house, apparently.
Very bad.
So
very bad. They on Boost Mobile networking. Sorry, Boost Mobile.
Sorry, Boost.
Yeah.
But yeah, so he had to cut Roddy's grass. Wanted to change out of his shirt. He's got that. They got him a neck strong shirt.
Yes.
They're playing with the giraffe.
That shit is so funny.
It's so stupid.
I'm thinking about getting me a neck strong shirt.
I'm thinking about it too.
Yeah.
Hashtag neck strong. Yo, what did Matt Taven say? He said the giraffe is the most neck strongiest. And
fun fact: a giraffe and a human has the same number of bones in the neck.
That's weird.
Yeah, same number.
That's a little weird.
Hmm. Yeah. You ever seen two giraffes fight? How they be whipping their neck at each other?
Yeah, that's...
They neck strong.
Hashtag neck strong.
Yes.
Hashtag neck strong, baby. Next up, we had... before that, Adam Cole was about ready to leave. And, of course, Roderick Strong said he had one more thing. So that left us on the cliffhanger to see what that next one more thing is going to be.
I'm scared. We were just talking about prostate exams.
Oh yeah, we were on the.
I don't know what's going on with these guys.
Yeah, I don't know. They might be getting up there. Who knows?
Jesus Christ.
We had Orange Cassidy versus Rey Fenix for the International Championship. It was supposed to be Jon Moxley, but Moxley is still not cleared from the concussion that he suffered when he faced Phoenix the first time. And I mean, once they signed this match, you knew Orange Cassidy was winning.
Yeah.
I mean, first of all, Rey Fenix isn't supposed to be the international champion anyway. Mm-hmm. So, I mean, it only made sense just to, with Moxley not being able to compete, you just give it back to Orange Cassidy, and who knows how that changes. Like, if you're going to give Orange Cassidy a lengthy reign, or are you just going to, when Mox comes back, you're just going to hot potato it? I don't know.
Now, Orange Cassidy, he is the first two-time AEW international champion.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, because he had that title for a long time. He had a hell of a reign for that title, and then ultimately losing it to Moxley. Yeah. So. I mean, this is awesome. Okay, I just need to talk about these picture-in-picture silent films from Tony Storm. Like, how brilliant is this? Because one, like, you can't hear the show anyway because the commercials are being advertised and they're doing picture-in-picture. And then, like, I'm always distracted by the actual commercial in picture-in-picture anyway. So, like, even if I record, like, AEW and they do picture-in-picture, I'm just fast-forwarding through it. I'm not even watching the wrestling because I'm going to be distracted by the commercial. But, nah, dude, I was locked in to... It's so ridiculous.
It is
so ridiculous. But it was so...
playing it up.
It was so brilliant.
Mm-hmm.
Like, the silent film... Like, I need that every week. I need multiple of these. Like, every picture-in-picture, I need a Tony Storm silent film. Like, it's fantastic. Just keep those coming.
Yeah, this character is building up to be something wild.
Yeah, I am all about timeless Tony Storm. Let's go. Next up, here's a segment that you liked here. Wardlow.
Killing him.
And Matt Sydal was his latest victim.
How long was they doing? Like, I think the bell lasts longer than the match.
He didn't even. I think the Griff Garrison 8-5 power bombs. Matt Sydal went 8-4 before it was over.
4. Now the next one probably gonna eat 3. He is just. I need more of that. I don't want him saying nothing. I don't want nobody engaging with him.
You just need
I just
Wardlow
need
coming
him
to the
going
ring,
around
destroying
putting people through the mat. That's it. If somebody was to interview him, powerbomb him.
Okay. We need
anybody who tried to talk to him.
We need more
Powerbomb.
Wardlow. Like the crowd, like I said before, the crowd loves Wardlow. The crowd misses him. It's just not on TV a lot.
I ain't know who he was until he started putting people through the mat.
Yeah, that was the first time you seen him.
And on board, automatic champion right there.
All right.
Automatic.
After that, we had a match was Hangman Page and Jay White. Jay White is I love Jay White. Jay White's one of the best wrestlers. To me, he can do it all. He can go, and he gets the win here after some interference from Prince Nana, who's out there just living his best life.
Yeah, that was. First, I didn't realize who the dude was at first.
You thought it was just a dude.
Just like, who's this random ass guy? I was like, okay. I'm like, all right.
Yeah, so Jay White gets the win there. Then MJF comes out. MJF wants his title back. So clearly he ain't getting his title back. But just some back and forth between him and Jay White and Bullet Club Gold, and then the whole Juice Robinson thing. I ain't even touching that one. That one sparked a lot of controversy over the week. And I mean, for obvious reasons. And, there was a lot of back and forth with that, and especially with the real world events over the week and all that. That wasn't, I don't know. They leaned into that one, and maybe they shouldn't have.
Nope.
I
don't think that was approved.
I don't think it was the right. They should have talked to a few more people.
Mm-hmm.
They should have ran it through a couple more people before.
That's what happens when you don't have a black friend.
Before they take.
You do dumb shit.
Yeah. So that one was a little. Moving on, we had the AEW Women's World Championship match, which was Karshida actually becoming a 3-time Women's World Champion by beating Saraya here. I ain't gonna lie, I didn't think that this was gonna happen, but it happened, and I'm okay with it. It was a decent enough match.
Decent match, but like we've always said, I'm always disappointed with how AEW treats their women. Yeah. Like always. Like, they could do better.
They could do better. Maybe one day we'll get there.
I don't know.
Maybe one day we'll get there. Lord knows they have the roster of people. Is that a raven?
No, that's my neighbor yelling.
Oh.
He's screaming.
Uh-oh. That's not good.
Ain't got nothing to do with me. Yeah. This ain't got nothing to do with me.
You know what? We didn't hear anything just in case.
Nothing.
Just in case it gets out of hand. Nothing. The main event here, which was Adam Copeland versus Luchasaurus. Christian came out beforehand and said some things.
Says a lot of things.
Said a lot of things to Adam Copeland about him, his family, his wife, his children.
Great guy.
And, just reasons why he told him to go F himself last week about, him wanting a team with him now all of a sudden, as opposed to, when everybody was pushing Edge and not thinking about Christian, back in the day. So, I mean, surprise here. Adam Copeland beat Luchasaurus.
Which...
Who didn't know that was going to happen?
Yeah, I knew it was going to happen, but... It looked a little bit... it looked like Adam. I hate that name.
I'm proud of you for actually sticking with that there.
Yeah. It looks like he is. It looked like the fight was a little bit too easy for him. I would have liked more punishment on Adam's side.
Okay.
Because Luchasaurus is a beast. Adam, older. Like, I would have wanted more. I would have appreciated more of a struggle for that W.
Okay. All right.
I would have.
The beginning of the match was a little rough because I think when Nick Wayne came in and distracted him, and then Luchasaurus got up on him a little bit. But yeah, I can see that. And first match for Adam in AEW, so we'll see how he adapts or how the matches go. Because I mean, all he knows is WWE style. So but it was fine for this.
But the after fight craziness,
everything just happened. It was just war.
But I didn't feel it.
No, yeah, it was just like people was just running out for the sake of running out there a little bit. Yeah,
I usually love that type of stuff, but like, it didn't have the same impact that it usually does.
There wasn't enough, and probably because on the show there was a lot more wrestling and not enough stuff that would probably set up that fight later on at the end of the night. Maybe if they had like maybe 2 segments or something like either backstage or in the ring that would have kept that fresh for it to mean something later on. That's I think they probably would have benefited from that. But that was AEW. I enjoyed the wrestling on that show, which is why I was, I'm like, look, I'm going to watch that over NXT because NXT is clearly just top loading this fucking thing to win, and they're going to win. So I'm like, there's no point. I'm just going to watch. I'm just going to watch some wrestling first, and then I'll get to that. And then I'll get to the riches, the spoils.
And I watched NXT first.
Yeah.
I'm like, I need to see what's happening.
And then next week, NXT's just gonna be NXT.
I forgot all about it.
Yeah. Undertaker ain't gonna be on NXT.
No.
John Cena ain't gonna be on NXT. LA Knight ain't gonna be.
No. It's gonna be a bunch of people. I have no clue. Now I am a little bit more interested. Wait, what was it on NXT that I'm actually interested in? The Dragunov situation.
Yes. Okay. Yeah.
I might keep my eyes on that.
Okay.
But the rest of it, nah, I'm alright.
Yeah. It's like 1 or 2 things on NXT. It's okay usually, but whatever. Then we run into Smackdown on Friday. Opens up John Cena. Why not? But the returning Roman Reigns. We got Roman Reigns back from just chilling wherever Roman Reigns chills at.
I was like, first when he came out, I'm like, is that Damian Priest got big? Then it clicked into my head who he was. I'm like, oh no, that's not him.
Yeah, you haven't seen Roman in quite some time, which is
long time.
So, John Cena pretty much is going back and forth with Roman, and he's endorsing LA Knight here for saying LA Knight.
John Cena sounds so weak.
Saying he acknowledged
weak as
him,
hell.
and
I'm not here to challenge you. Man up, dude.
Hey, look, it's not Cena's fight anymore, man.
No.
He's just here killing time until this strike ends.
I think it ended.
Is it? Well, he did say at the media scrum, he said once his projects open back up, he's gone.
Oh, yeah. He make more money,
Yeah. He was like straight up. He's like, yeah, I'm out. But
I like him on the screen anyway.
Yeah. So Cena endorses LA Knight here. LA Knight and Roman get into a little, little tiff. It sets up Solo and LA Knight for the main event later on, pretty much. It was an okay segment. I mean, it was a Roman Reigns segment. Roman's back. That was pretty much the whole thing here.
I hate Jimmy.
I
fucking hate you, Jimmy. Can't stand you. Everything about you.
We're gonna get some Jimmy. Ooh,
whole lot of Jimmy.
Yeah.
Made the whole show bad.
Just tanked the whole thing for you.
Everything.
Speaking of returns, we got the return of Elton Prince. Pretty Deadly is back in action here.
I ain't know who the hell they were.
Oh my God. I am all about some Pretty Deadly, dude. So, Pretty Deadly versus the Brawling Brutes. Elton getting the pin on Ridge Holland, who was the man who injured him. Stupid ass Ridge Holland. Taking Elton Prince from us. Pretty Deadly is an awesome tag team. They NXT UK, NXT. They hopefully this translates into main roster stuff. But
I was so confused. I'm like, when did JoJo's Bizarre Adventure come to SmackDown? And I'm like, let me give it a shot.
Hey, man.
I was gonna fast forward.
Nah, man, look, Pretty Deadly's awesome.
I was entertained. I was like, all right.
I'm with it, man. It's
I ain't know what was happening.
Can we get a yes boy?
Not from me. I keep my eyes on it.
Yeah. Next we had the returns. Carlito.
Mm-hmm.
Carlito back on WWE programming after returning at Fastlane. So this was his first SmackDown back, cut off by Bobby Lashley. And Carlito said he was like straight up, how about we fight? That didn't happen because the Street Profits just jumped him and laid Carlito out. Very
I don't like them. I'm done with them.
No Street Profits and Bobby Lashley.
No.
Yeah, I think this was
they trying to be goons.
This was the most heelish, I think, out of. I mean, they've been doing heel things, like they've been jumping people, attacking, laying people out, but this was like the most cookie cutter heel thing to do, with attacking him in the back and leaving him laying like that.
For no reason. What's the point?
They just want to let you know, establishing dominance, man. It's all about. That backstage segment turned into Bailey not giving a shit about the LWO coming over and trying to help Carlito, which turned into Zelina and Bailey. That would happen after our next segment, which involved your boy Jim Uso.
He kissing so much ass.
He needs to belong, man. He said
pathetic.
he was like, he was trying to be Roman. Roman was like,
nah,
don't do that. Like we don't do that.
Kissing all types of ass.
Time he's sitting on his couch drinking his water.
Yeah, buddy. You on my couch, you drinking my water in my show. And he just punked out on him.
So he fell in line here. Jimmy Uso fell in line. I mean, where you gonna go? If you're Jimmy Uso, you better fall in line because this is all you got.
Nobody like you.
Yeah, this is all you got. Even
he can go to AEW.
Even your brother will attack you because your brother is pretty much
better
the
than him
for Roman. So, especially when he was when Jimmy was leaving Roman's locker room, he's like, "Come on, Solo, and Roman's like, "Don't do that." You're that's not your thing. You're not the guy. Roman said he's the quarterback. He runs the plays. He makes all the decisions there. Then we got Bailey and Zelina. Bailey wins this match. It was an okay match. It was there. We had a little Charlotte action because Charlotte is sniffing around that championship, of course, as always. Then we got Triple H returning to TV. because this was the season premiere for SmackDown. So Triple H making announcements. So now Adam Pearce, as opposed to being just the WWE official, he is now going to be the general manager of Monday Night Raw. I'm okay with that. We also, Dominic Mysterio ruins another moment. Because Dominic Mysterio came out.
Yeah, it came
to interrupt.
Weirdo.
Came out to interrupt the announcement of Nick Aldis as the SmackDown general manager. I'm kind of upset by this because I like Nick Aldis, and I really wish when he got to WWE they were going to use him as an actual wrestler. Former NWA world champion, just fantastic wrestler. And I was hoping to see him in a more physical role, like an actual competitor. But it looks like he's going to be the general manager here for SmackDown, just in time for Survivor Series. I'm like, you guys are setting this up just so you can have a Raw general manager and a SmackDown general manager get their Survivor Series teams together to fight at Survivor Series, because November is right around the corner.
Yeah.
But this was okay. Nick Aldis bringing Kevin Owens over to SmackDown as a part of the trade for Jey Uso going over to Monday Night Raw from Cody Rhodes making that deal. So here's that. We got, of course, Charlotte. Nick Aldis talking to Charlotte. Is granted Charlotte her title match, so that's going to happen on next week's SmackDown. It's going to be Io versus Charlotte for the WWE Women's Championship. Charlotte runs into Jade Cargill, who is, of course, making her rounds, showing up everywhere, so people know she's around. And maybe they're teasing that as the first big feud for Jade.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking myself. Actually, where did I write that? Yeah, that's them being rivals.
Yeah,
I think that's going to be a good move.
Yeah, you got you got to give Jade. Hopefully they don't just throw her right into there. Hopefully she gets some matches to establish herself, all the while by still feuding with Charlotte. But we'll see. I mean, people seem to have been very receptive to the stare down between Charlotte and Jade.
Yeah.
I mean, just looking at it, looks like an attraction match. So we got that. We had Jey Uso and Cody Rhodes defending the tag titles against my boys, A-Town Down Under, Grayson Waller, and Austin Theory. I mean, of course, they weren't going to win this match. I mean, are you kidding me? There's no way. I just like seeing them as a team. I just feel like their chemistry is good together. After Jey and Cody won, they were met by the Bloodline. Met by also a stare down between Roman and Cody once again. So, are we saying this is where we're going? We're going, I mean, clearly not right now, because we got a lot of ground to cover. We got LA Nate stuff for Roman. We got whatever else is going on with this Bloodline situation with, all that. But are we planting some seeds for possibly the rematch for Cody and Roman?
Yeah, but I think LA Knight. First off, LA Knight's gonna get the belt.
He ain't beating Roman.
Yeah,
he is no way.
Unless you're gonna have Cody beat Roman, then LA beat Cody.
So Roman. I'm thinking, I don't know if it's gonna be Survivor Series, maybe the Rumble. Oh, that's a long stretch. We'll see what they do.
The Rumble's in January, ain't it?
Yeah. I don't know if because Roman Reigns ain't gonna be on TV every week. So I don't know, if he's gonna be here until, or if he wrestles at Saudi. Maybe he wrestles LA Knight at the Saudi show. Maybe he wrestles him at Crown Jewel. Who knows? But LA Knight ain't beating Roman. I think Cody ultimately beats Roman whenever that rematch takes place. Maybe Cody wins the Royal Rumble again and they have that match at WrestleMania. Who knows? I don't know. But I think it's going to be Cody the next time they wrestle. I think Cody's going to be the one to beat Roman. Maybe you give LA Knight, maybe he wins the Money in the Bank next year and he goes in Damian Priest's spot, for next year. And I don't know, I mean, he's hot. Yes, LA Knight is really hot, but I think you still build him a little bit more. Just keep him on that, like, just being ridiculously hot and then, like, winning the title. I think he would plateau a little faster. So,
okay.
I don't know. We'll see. But there's that stare down. We get Solo and LA Knight in our main event. Jimmy Uso comes out, your boy. Jimmy Uso comes out, try to do some fuckery, and met by John Cena, who is apparently LA Knight's guardian angel.
For a little while,
until he's got to go, until his planet needs him and he's got to peace out.
Yeah.
But that played into a distraction. LA Knight beats Solo Sikoa. LA Knight celebrates, but then is laid out by Roman Reigns. So Roman is like, yo, dude, all this LA Knight stuff, we're going to have to stop that. So I think it might even be at the Saudi. It might even be at Crown Jewel, possibly. We'll see. We'll see what happens next week. Getting through to Collision. Nothing really happened on Collision. Collision was just a show. We got the big segment here was Adam Copeland came out, called out Christian. Christian came out with his security and cut his promo behind security, telling him
it was ridiculous.
He needed Adam removed from the building. Bryan Danielson came out for their one-on-one match. Christian and Bryan Danielson are going to have a match for the TNT Championship in the main event from him beating Swerve on Dynamite. Then Ricky Starks and Big Bill come out. They cut their promo. They're talking their trash. Ricky and Adam got into a little bit of a little thing there, and that was a little tit for tat thing right there. Because clearly Adam was trying to put the young man in his place. Getting a little too big for his britches, trying to come at him there. Talking about his pants and saying he stole everything from The Rock. I'm like, damn, dude. Whew.
Oh my goodness.
But they had a back and forth. FTR comes out. FTR, pretty much have their standoff with Christian's side. Bryan Danielson wants to fight right now. Christian was like, nah, we're not doing that. And then everybody just beat the hell out of security.
For what?
Because it's security in wrestling. You could just beat them up. Because fuck security in pro wrestling. They just need to after that, we had Samoa Joe and Willie Mack. It was a good match. Samoa Joe wins, of course. You had Juice Robinson and Christopher Daniels. Juice wins, of course. Why not? They're still playing up the teasing MJF with the ring and the belt and all this. MJF was not on Collision this week, so it was pretty much them running amok. They had the Nick Wayne segment. Apparently he's going to have a sit down with JR on Dynamite. Him and his mom. Okay. We'll see. We'll see what happens.
Why?
Yeah. Unless Darby Allin like attacks Nick Wayne in front of his mom on Wednesday. I don't care.
Yeah.
We had Kyle Fletcher versus Boulder. I like Kyle Fletcher, but I mean, this was a nothing match. He beat Boulder. Just keeping Kyle Fletcher fresh because, you know, Mark Davis is injured. Kyle does say he wants to fight Kenny Omega, which would probably be a good match. I mean, he had a good match, singles match last week, so you know, just put him in some singles for now. Hey, AEW had a women's match on the show. Sky Blue versus Chris Statlander. Sky Blue is, I guess, slightly interesting. It looks like they're going to go with the whole Julia Hart effect, because Malachi misted Julia Hart when she was a cheerleader, and then she had like this dark descent and transformation into the Julia Hart we know now. And Julia Hart has misted both Sky Blue and Willow Nightingale, and Sky Blue seems to, week by week, seem to be a little under the influence of the dark forces. So, I don't know. We'll see how, you know. And after the match, after Chris Statlander won her match, she tried to help Sky Blue up, and then Willow comes in, and Willow's like, nah, like, you know, I'll take care of this. So looks like they have they're like joined by being misted by Julia Hart. So maybe the mist just brings people into the House of Black. So I'm okay with that. If we continue to do something else other than just having a women's match or a women's title match with nothing else going on,
yeah,
do something. Throw something in there. Give us something. We also had a fashion / cologne ad from Los Ingobernables. I'm like, what are you guys doing? Like, I mean, I'm all for Roosh being on TV. Like, I need to see more Roosh. But, no, you know, I kind of want him in the ring. I didn't want to feel like he was selling me cologne here.
Yeah, it was interesting.
Yeah, you know,
but
like,
we don't need this.
Yeah, the Blanco. I don't know. Then we had the Miro and CJ Perry story going on here on Collision, with CJ coming back and, you know, her wanting to manage people, and Miro now is like, you know, every guy's got to die because I got to protect my wife that I didn't want here in the first place. I don't know. Maybe it's going somewhere. We'll see where it's going. I don't know.
I have no clue.
Yeah, I don't know where that was going. The only thing that was of merit here on Collision was the match between Bryan Danielson and Christian Cage. It was a great match. Great match. And I will tell everyone, Christian can go. Christian can put on some good matches. You know, you put Danielson in there, of course these matches are going to be good. But Christian can hold his own in matches, and this was a really, 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 really good match. Until Ricky Starks showed up and hit Danielson with the title, laid him out. Christian Cage retains his TNT championship. Then there was an attack on Danielson. FTR comes out. Then Adam Copeland comes out, and everybody bails except for Nick Wayne, who was left as the sacrificial lamb to eat a spear.
Didn't have to be.
Because, I mean, that's what Nick Wayne's going to be there for. He's going to be the dude that just gets murdered while everyone else runs away. Everybody's got to have that guy. Nick Wayne's that guy. He's going to be the guy at the end of the show that all the baby faces get their finishers in on. And that happened here. So, you know, that was Collision in a nutshell. Nothing really of merit.
No.
It was only bookend by the Adam Copeland Christian segment and the Christian and Bryan Danielson matchup at the end of the show. In between, it was a lot of yeah.
It was alright.
Yeah, it was okay. It was
yeah.
It was a show
in
and
NXT. It wasn't as NXT. It was alright.
Yeah, it was a show and it had matches on it. But that's gonna do it for us here. Much like the end of the Collision.
Yeah.
We're just gonna go ahead and drop out of this one. That was the Bury the Booking podcast for this week. Next week we got the season premiere of Raw to get to. We got Intercontinental Championship matches, things like that going on. We'll see what happens with the LA Knight Roman saga that is beginning there on SmackDown. We'll see.
Mm-hmm.
We'll see if AEW does anything this week.
No.
And we'll see if the Undertaker shows back up on NXT. But please like, share, subscribe, follow, all that good stuff. Watch us on YouTube. Listen wherever you like, and we will see you guys next time on the Bury the Booking podcast. Later.